Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. It's me again, Joseph, your host. Today, we're journeying back 1,000 years to medieval Spain to uncover the life of a remarkable saint whose influence echoes through the centuries. His name is Saint Dominic of Silos, and his feast day is celebrated on December 20th. Now, when you hear the name Saint Dominic, you might immediately think of the founder of the Dominican Order, but the story we're telling today is about an earlier Dominic, a Benedictine Abbot whose life of courage, reform, and compassion paved the way for the other. His legacy is tied to kings, queens, and a miraculous promise that would change the course of church history. So, let's explore the inspiring life of Saint Dominic of Silos, the shepherd who became a fearless leader and a patron for those in desperate need. Dominic was born around the year 1000 in Canas, a small village in the La Rioja region of Spain. His family were peasants, and from a young age he worked as a shepherd, tending flocks in the quiet rolling hills. This solitary life in nature deeply shaped him, fostering a love for prayer and contemplation that would define his entire existence. The silence of the fields became his first monastery, a place where he could commune with God away from the noise of the world. It was clear to those around him that this young shepherd had a special calling, spiritual depth that pointed towards a life dedicated entirely to God. Following this call, Dominic entered the Benedictine monasteries of San Millán de la Cogolla. As a monk, he was known for his discipline, humility, and unwavering commitment to the rule of Saint Benedict. He embraced the monastic life of prayer and work, and his piety did not go unnoticed. He was soon ordained a priest and eventually appointed as the novice master, responsible for training the new monks. His leadership qualities shone through, and he was later elected as the prior or second command of the monastery. It was in this role that his faith and courage would face a formidable test. The Monastery of San Millán was a significant and wealthy institution, and its lands caught the attention of the ambitious King Garcia Sanchez III of Navarre. The king demanded that the monastery surrender a portion of its property to the crown. As prior, Dominic stood firm. He believed the monastery's lands belonged to God and were entrusted to the monks for his service and for the care of the poor. He respectfully but resolutely refused the king's demand. He would not compromise the church's rights for political pressure. This act of defiance was incredibly brave. King Garcia was not a ruler to be trifled with, and his response was swift and harsh. For his refusal to bow to royal authority, Dominic, along with 2 other monks who supported him, was exiled from the Kingdom of Navarre. He was forced to leave the monastery he had served so faithfully. Forced into exile, Dominic sought refuge in the neighboring Kingdom of Castile, ruled by King Ferdinand I. King Ferdinand had heard of Dominic's piety and his courageous stand against King Garcia. Impressed, he welcomed the exiled monk and saw an opportunity. He entrusted Dominic with a challenging new mission: to become the abbot of the ancient abbey of San Sebastian at Silos. This was no prestigious appointment. The abbey was in a state of utter ruin. It was dilapidated, spiritually lax, and home to only 6 remaining monks. It was a place on the verge of disappearing completely. For Dominic, this was not a setback, but a new calling. He saw potential where others saw decay. Taking up the abbot's staff in 1041, Dominic began his life's greatest work. Inspired by the great Cluniac reforms that were revitalizing monasticism across Europe, he set out to rebuild the Abbey of Silos from the ground up, both physically and spiritually. He reestablished strict Benedictine discipline, emphasizing prayer, manual labor, and communal life. He led by example, living a life of profound holiness and austerity that inspired his monks. Under his guidance, the community began to grow and thrive. The dilapidated buildings were repaired and expanded. Dominic initiated the construction of a magnificent 2-story cloister in the Romanesque style, which remains one of the great treasures of Spanish art to this day. But Dominic's vision went beyond stone and mortar. He understood that a monastery should be a beacon of culture and learning. He established a scriptorium, a workshop where monks meticulously copied and illuminated manuscripts. Under his leadership, the Abbey of Silos became a major center for scholarship and book design. The monks there not only produced beautiful works of art, but also preserved ancient traditions. They became guardians of the Mozarabic liturgy, the ancient Christian rite of Spain, and the Visigothic script. It's an old form of writing that was being replaced elsewhere. Thanks to Dominic, the Abbey of Silos became a library of living history. Dominic's reputation for holiness and wise leadership spread far and wide. Wealthy patrons, impressed by the renewal at Silos, began to endow the monastery with gifts and land. But Dominic did not hoard this newfound wealth. He used it to serve one of the most pressing needs of his time. This was the era of the Reconquista, the long conflict between the Christian kingdoms of Spain and the Moorish rulers in the south. During these conflicts, many Christians were captured and sold into slavery. Their plight was desperate. Dominic's heart was moved with compassion for these captives. He dedicated a significant portion of the monastery's resources to ransoming them. He organized collections and used the proceeds from the monastery's gold and silver workshop to buy their freedom. He became known as a great liberator, a beacon of hope for prisoners and their families. This work of mercy became one of the defining characteristics of his sainthood. By the time of his death, on December 20th, 1073, the monastery that had once housed only 6 monks was a vibrant community of 40. The Abbey of San Sebastian at Silos was so completely identified with its restorer that it was soon renamed in his honor. The Abbey of Santo Domingo de Silos, as it is known to this day. But the story of Saint Dominic of Silos doesn't end with his death. In fact, one of his most famous miracles occurred nearly a century later. A noblewoman named Joan of Aza was deeply distressed because she was unable to conceive a child. Having heard of the miracles attributed to the holy abbot of Silos, she made a pilgrimage to his tomb to pray for his intercession. While praying at his shrine, she reportedly received a vision. Saint Dominic of Silos appeared to her and promised that she would bear a son. He told her this son would be a shining light for the church. Filled with gratitude, Joan did conceive and gave birth to a son. In honor of the saint who had interceded for her, she named him Dominic. This child, Dominic de Guzmán, grew up to found the order of preachers who would come to be known as the Dominicans. This incredible story forever links the two great saints named Dominic. The Benedictine Abbot became the spiritual godfather, in a sense, to the founder of the Dominican Order. Because of this miraculous event, Saint Dominic of Silos became the patron saint of pregnant women and those hoping to conceive. This patronage led to a remarkable tradition that lasted for centuries in Spain. His obatial crozier, the staff he used as abbot, was considered a holy relic. Whenever a queen of Spain was in labor, the crozier would be brought from the monastery to the royal palace. It was placed by her bedside to ask for the saint's intercession and to ensure a safe delivery. This royal tradition continued all the way until 1931, along with his patronage. Of pregnant women and the prisoners he ransomed, Dominic of Silos is also the patron saint of shepherds, a beautiful nod to his humble beginnings in the fields of Navarre. Today, the Abbey of Santo Domingo de Silos stands as a testament to his enduring legacy. It remains an active Benedictine monastery, part of the Sols Mes congregation, and is world-renowned for its stunning Romanesque art and its recordings of Gregorian chant, which have touched millions around the world. The life of Saint Dominic of Silos teaches us powerful lessons about courage, renewal, and compassion. He shows us that true strength lies not in conforming to worldly power, but in standing firm for what is right. He demonstrates that, even from a state of ruin, new life and great beauty can emerge through faith and perseverance. And most importantly, he reminds us that a life dedicated to God naturally overflows into a life of service to others, especially the most vulnerable and forgotten. As a shepherd, a monk, a builder, a liberator, and a source of hope. Thank you for joining us today to learn about the incredible life of Saint Dominic of Silos. If his story inspired you, please give this video a like, share, and consider subscribing to our channel for more stories of the saints. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual. Until next time, may you be inspired by his courage and faith. God bless you always.